I attended a Jewish school at Das Yisroel in Berlin, as did my sister. Most of the time, we were very aware of the fact that we live in dangerous times. On Kol Nidre, before we went to synagogue, it's the custom for father to bless his children. And I remember all the years that I can think back that when my father blessed my sister and me, he always cried. And I assume that it was because they knew. Small as you were, you realized that. And of course, we were confronted daily with the swastika and the hordes. And in the glass cases on the street corners, the display of the Stürmer. My father would sometimes pick one up in a train and bring it home. So there was this feeling of an impending doom. He was taken away very early in the morning. My mother was crying, and there was such to do that my sister and I woke up and we ran to see what was going on. And I remember the policeman saying, as far as he knows, that they're being deported to Poland. And that's the last time I saw my father. When Kristallnacht came, it was a disaster. And it became clear that life for Jews in Germany was all over. Decisions had to be made as to who should go and who should not go. For example, one of my uncles and aunts decided not to send both of their children. They would send one child to test the waters and keep one child with them to see if this would work, because there was no certainty. It was actually fraught with danger. And we were made aware of the fact that we would be carrying a luggage tag in our lapel, and all it would say is the name and the district in Berlin in which we live. No street, nothing else, no identity. And that we were to act as though we didn't know from where we came. We left in the morning, early in the morning. It was timed so that we would get to the border at night, because we needed the cover of darkness, of course. I remember leaving from Bahnhof Zoo, and I remember that not about a minute or two out of Bahnhof Zoo, on the elevated tracks of the railroad, came into view the hull of this burned and destroyed famous synagogue of Berlin, Fasanstrasse. And that was the last stab in the heart for a little Jewish boy, to see the burnt hulk of this famous synagogue. I also remember very well that my mother took me into a corner in this railroad compartment. I remember well what she said to me, in order to make sure I understood, because of course I was a little boy, very attached to my mother. There was a great love relationship. In that little speech in the train, I always say I became bar mitzvah. I have not been formally bar mitzvah. When I was 13, I was not bar mitzvah. I was bar mitzvah when I was 11 by my mother. No minion, no rabbi. I was given my orders, my commandments as to what to do. And I remember that. I was to be the hero of the family, and tougher to sein, to be courageous. And so the journey took its last hour or two. At the station, as we got off the train, my mother said to me, "You must not cry, you must not turn around and look back, and you must not cry." And she did not kiss me goodbye, because there was just no time. We went to the left, we children, and I remember my mother and the other lady turned to the right. And that was the last we saw of them. And that was December the 6th, 1938, in the middle of the night. I remember having to go to a photographer in Hoogeveen to have pictures taken. I still have those pictures in the little Dutch folder at home. And we got to England. And that was, of course, the last I saw of my sister, who unfortunately perished in Bergen-Belsen.